Hey there, Alan Matthews here. In this video, we are going to be talking about 3 little medieval tunes set for the classical guitar. And we're just going to look at each one. There's a course you can buy if you'd like to that has all 3 of these pieces. I'll tell you all about it in this video. After this video, then you can watch me playing all 3 of these if you so care to. Well, all 3 of these are very accessible. There's no high-level advanced piece. So these all 3 are decent for beginners. You know, they have their little things that they have, their little challenging spots. But if you're a beginner, you can play these pieces. So looking at this one, this is the first, Virili, 1330, thereabouts, mid-1300s. This one, we have a melody line with some chords. So if you just glance through here, there's just a chord at the beginning of every bar with a melody line. And if you'll look closely as well, you can see these little, every couple of bars, there's a little number in a box. And what this is that I've taken these and separated these into logical little practice sections. So that way we can go in and focus just on one little section and look at all the different, the right hand, what is the right hand doing specifically? What is the left hand doing? How do we put those together? What notes should I bring out? Which notes should be in the background? Should I get louder here? Should I get softer? All of these issues for both hands and also for the musicality and the phrasing of the piece, we go through with a fine-tooth comb in each one of these pieces. This next one, written in the 16th century, is a little bit different than the first. Here we have a melody line on top with a bass line going constantly and basically always matching up. It very rarely is that there is a melody note without a bass note. So in this one we talk in depth about how to balance these voices so that the melody comes out. You can really keep the, what's in front and what's in back. And so we really talk about the balance. We look at little spots like this where the phrasing thing, we might want one thing to happen in the upper voice and another thing to happen in the lower voice. And so it's really fun to look at how those intersect and then how we would actually figure out that little problem to make both of them happen. It's a little bit more advanced, but with an easier piece like this, then you can take the time to work on these little high-level issues, which is really great in the easier pieces, quote-unquote easier pieces, right? And this third piece is by Richard the Lionhearted, who is really an interesting guy, super warrior, but also he was a writer. He wrote poems. He was a poet and a musician. And so it was very rare in those days for the big warrior kings to write poetry and play music, and he did anyway. He was quite he had many different lifestyle choices than his peers. So it's really great to kind of have a window into his life through this piece of music. This one in 3/4 time, again, we have a melody going on and then chords underneath it in a fairly steady rhythm. This has a little triplet in it. We talk about this rhythm and how to play this rhythm. We talk about, again, how to phrase everything, how to really make it as beautiful as possible, different ways to explore this music in depth. If tab is more your style, then there is tab for all 3 of these pieces. So if you're not reading notes so well, then you can always go to the tab, or if you'd like to consult it just to make sure that you're reading the notes correctly, then that is available for you on all 3 of these pieces. And so these are the 3 medieval tunes. Really good for beginning, early, intermediate levels. You're guaranteed to find something new in these pieces. I hope you thoroughly enjoy them and you have a great day. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.